So this course looks at the policy making and politics in global health. It looks at how different actors are involved in policy making in global health. So we'll look at the World Health Organization, at states, at the Gates Foundation, at other key players. And then we'll unpack it and look at how they make their decisions about what they're going to prioritize, what they're going to fund, what they're going to work on, and then what that policy is going to look like. And we know that that policy is going to be developed around certain principles and so around certain policy decisions. So we're going to look at why policy comes out from different organizations looking in different ways and what are the drivers of that policy. What you're going to get out of this course is a real understanding of the complex landscape of actors in global health and their political and policy decision-making processes. We're going to look at how these actors interact with each other, and therefore this is going to help you to really understand your own negotiations in your job. Whoever you work for, you'll be interacting with different organizations. So to understand their drivers, their motivation, and their policy-making processes will really help you to be able to work alongside these other stakeholders. What's so interesting about this course is it responds in real time to decisions that are being made in global health policy. We're not only going to be looking at key actors and their decision making, but we're going to be looking at contemporary issues in global health policy. We'll look at the move towards universal health coverage. We'll look at the dominant role of health emergencies and health security. We'll look around evidence-based policies around tobacco control, for example. And this will allow us to really explore in depth why policy looks at it does and what are the drivers for developing policy in this way. This course relates to the real world because it really allows you to understand what's happening in global health currently and what happens in the news that we see related to global health. Why is it that we see this push for universal health coverage? Why is it we see a prioritization of health emergencies by global health decision makers? Why is it that actually we don't always see the best public health approach to these issues, but what we see is different drivers for these decisions? We see politics, we see security, we see economics, all being prioritized over the best public health approach. And by learning these underpinnings and these values, which this course will give you, it'll be able to help you explain what's happening in the news and in contemporary global health. I imagine lots of you be working in institutions in health policy already. Whether you're working in the pharmaceutical sector, in a government, in a large NGO, in an international organisation, you're going to be experiencing these political tensions in the everyday. And this is going to allow you to really explain and understand why stakeholders are coming at issues from different perspectives.